Hey everybody, Jesse here from Zumbro Home Inspection. I wanted to go over something real quick that I see a lot when I go into especially vacant houses. Sorry, it's echoey, I'm in a garage, but vacant houses, a lot of times the homeowner or the agent, they'll shut the water off to the house just temporarily while it's unoccupied, because especially in the winter and such, they're worried about pipes freezing or if it's a power failure or a leak and causing a bunch of damage, and that's a legitimate concern. But one thing I find a lot is a lot of times the hot water tank systems, whether it be electric, this electric 50-gallon, or a gas system, are left on. Hot water expands, so I know the math on this is a 50-gallon tank. I know the math on a 40. I believe if it's room temperature or like 55-degree water, which like comes out of your water supply because it's below ground, if it gets heated to 120 degrees, 40 gallons of water would actually expand to about 40.6 gallons of water because hot water expands. So if you don't have an expansion tank, which a lot of times some homes don't, even newer homes in this area, if you don't have an expansion tank and you shut the valve off to the house, the pipe system has to absorb that extra 0.6 gallons of water, and the pipes actually will expand a little bit and absorb it, but it's putting pressure on the pipes. So I've came to houses before where the water had been shut off by an agent or the homeowner because it was going to be unoccupied. They left the water heater on, and I've walked into the garage and they might have a split in the pipe or in the stem here or somewhere else in the house that wasn't caused by freezing, and they had no idea. It wasn't like that when they shut the water off. What happened was they boxed up the whole system, left the hot water on. The hot water expanded, had nowhere to go, and it cracked a pipe. So if you're gonna shut the water main off to a house, whether you have electric or a gas system, even if you have a pressure tank, I would always recommend personally to cut the power source, whether it be gas or electric, off to the tank. That way there's no chance of it continuing to run and heat water and causing expansion problems. The last thing is, on electric tanks especially, on the cold water side over here, there's a dip tube that goes down inside the tank. So actually, even though it connects right here, this cold water is filling in the bottom of the tank, and then the hot water side is taking it off the top. Well, because that dips so far in the tank, and depending on how the plumbing's set up in your home, say you were to shut the water off and you were to turn the spigot on outside, and if it was below this on the cold water side, it actually starts siphoning out of the bottom of the tank. And what happens out of the bottom? And what happens is, if the water line drops, it may drop. There's two elements in a tank, the upper element and the lower one. It may drop below the upper element, because remember, it's getting pulled back out of the system from the bottom. And if it drops below the upper element and the thermostat turns on thinking it was too cool, if the upper element or any element is out of the water, it'll burn itself off, and it'll burn through, it'll break the circuit, it'll not work anymore within just a few minutes of use. So if you're going to shut the water off to a house, I recommend shutting off the electric or the gas to a unit. And even if you have a pressure expansion tank, so that's just something you might be doing more harm than good if you don't shut the energy source off to the hot water tank before you leave it. All right, this is Jesse from Zumbro Home Inspection. You can call me at 931-278-5400. It's 931-278-5400. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.